I think I wrote an email, was it last week, talking about like a strong mindset, a positive mindset. And I just wrote on the board, where your focus goes, your energy flows. I mean, now more than ever, I didn't come up with this. This is a Tony Robbins thing, but I mean, it's really huge right now to kind of stay positive, but not completely be in denial, right? I mean, it's gonna come down to, there's no, so do you work in the hospital too? Like my brother works, he's a ER doctor, and he's on the front lines right now. So it's a little bananas that there isn't enough to go around. So we have to be, kind of cautious about, what we're using, what we're doing, and stuff like that. But it's really, really important to still stay focused, and it's hard. It's hard to stay focused. Who studied this week? Yeah, like a lot of people.
I managed to fail one of the practice tests.
Who's talking?
It's Carrie.
Oh.
It's been absolutely crazy over here. We have had like 60% cancellation in our clinic, and it's just been crazy.
Yeah, right now it's so important. Everyone's looking, it's not just the virus, but we're looking at like what it means to our career too, what it means to our job, how do we, show up, show value to our bosses and stuff like that, and show value to the company that we're working for, so that we can ensure that we do have a job, and that we can, even if there are going to be a certain amount of cutbacks and stuff like that based on volume, because as therapists we have to be able to see patients for money to come in, right? If you are finding yourself with downtime and you are working in a private practice, what do you need to do to show up for your boss? What do you need to do to show them value that you're doing certain things? It is nothing worse, I can tell you as a boss man, nothing worse than just seeing people just sit around, so think about that. Think about what can you do to help them out. There's always something to do, and offer your help. And when you're in the hospital system, it might be a little difficult. I used to work in the hospital system, but you could still go to your boss. What can you do? How can you show up? How can you work in a potentially different area, so that you can keep some of your hours if it's a possibility? When you're kind of there and you're like, I don't want to do this and I don't want to do this, it makes it really hard for people to kind of like give you the hours or hang on to you. But you've got to, like, this is where we can be most creative, right? This is where we can be most creative and say, like, what can we do to bring value to our bosses, to bring value to the company that we're working for, to the hospital and stuff like that. I think that no matter in what setting you are, you can be one of those people to raise your hands and to say, I have the expertise, or I'm willing to try something new, right? So I think this is an opportunity where we can have the opportunity to show up more, Most important thing is, like, tell your supervisors, tell your staff, not your staff, tell your bosses and stuff like that, like, raise your hand and really, be there and show up as a leader, because, you guys are studying to be a certified hand therapist, and, being a certified hand, you are the leader. You are the leader of the pack. And this is a great opportunity for you to show up and do that. Do exactly that. All right.